goddamn Cowboys!
Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And Cowboys Nation knew that when Micah Parsons put his notice for wanting to trade in to Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, the 3 and 4 letter networks would be all over the story. Well, Cowboys Nation, First Take had their take on the matter. Stephen A. Smith, Kimberly Martin, Kevin Clark, and Chris Canty discuss if Micah Parsons should hold out for the remainder of the season. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to what the crew of First Take had to say.
This is actually the rare instance where I will agree with my guy, Stephen A. Smith. The only way for a player to exercise his leverage is to threaten to withhold services. That's what you got. Your body is your business. You are the commodity when it comes to the business of the National Football League. And if you're Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys don't want to move closer to you, don't want to initiate talks when it comes to a serious negotiation, then you have to be willing to sit out games. There's no reason for Micah Parsons to incur further risk of injury. The guy has proven everything he needs to prove. Since he came into the league, he's tied with Max Crosby for amount of pressures. He's got 330 of them things. He's got 52 and a half sacks, which is top 5. I mean, the guy leads the league perennially in pressure percentage. He wins a third of his pass rushes. That is unprecedented in terms of how dominant he's been through the first 4 years of his career. There's nothing more for Micah Parsons to do on the field. Now he's got to be resolute in how he handles his business when it comes to off the field.
There's nothing else for Micah Parsons to do on the field, huh, Chris Canty? How about get a sack in the playoffs? What about that, Chris Canty? But what are you talking about, Chris Canty? The last video that you did for First Take, you were agreeing with Stephen A. Smith. Stop starting your analysis with kiss-ass analysis because you agree with Stephen A. Smith all the damn time. Anyhow, withholding his services is the only way to get things done, huh? I understand that his body is his commodity and he has to worry about getting injured, but isn't he also contractually obligated to be there? He's contractually obligated to perform. This is what puts me on the fence, Cowboys Nation. It puts me on the fence when it comes to holding out during the season because I do understand that standing your ground will get the owner's attention, even though Jerry Jones says this is par for the course in his comeback to this contract negotiation. But jumping into the second clip, Kevin Clark plays the scripted devil's advocate role on First Take. So let's take a listen to what he has to say so we can come back and talk about it. Roll the clip.
I think sitting out the year does not give him leverage. NFL stars have the least leverage out of anybody in sports because of the way the franchise tag works. I mean, it's just ridiculous. His contract can expire and the Cowboys can keep him for 3 extra years and they will have cost certainty there. That really kneecaps any negotiation that you have. So the only way to get leverage is to get closer and closer and closer to free agency, and that doesn't that plan does not include sitting out a year and having 1 more year added towards free agency. The other thing is, we talk about the Jerry Jones understanding anything or speaking that language. Jerry Jones is not going to change for anything. We have 35 years of data on this. One situation is not going to change the way he operates. So no, I would get closer to free agency and try to get some sliver of leverage in a league where that is next to impossible.
But that's my thing, Cowboys Nation. I don't think that sitting out would give Micah Parsons any leverage this year. Now, if the team wanted to franchise tag him next year, then I would certainly consider sitting out if I were Micah Parsons. But where Kevin Clark gets real is when he spoke about Jerry Jones. Like I said in my last video, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and this is proven real with Jerry Jones. Just when you thought things were changing a little bit within Cowboys Nation, Jerry Jones comes in swinging like Tarzan to screw everything up. par for the course for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, jumping into the final clip, Stephen A. Smith gives his perspective on Micah Parsons' holdout. So let's take a listen to what Stephen A. Smith has to say so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut.
This isn't a dude that's just holding out because contract negotiations haven't gone well over the last couple of months. This is a guy that's been waiting over a year now to do a deal, was willing to do it less, was kept waiting, and then when he talked to Jerry Jones and things were going well, it nosedived once his agent got involved. You, Jerry Jones, you a businessman. What the hell are you doing talking to a player to the point where when he gets his agent involved, suddenly you ain't happy? It's not the player's job to negotiate his deal. It's the agent's job. But now you want to put him behind the 8 ball and take advantage of him by making sure that you get to do business with somebody you know ain't qualified to negotiate against you. That's his agent's job. It's slick stuff like that we have to speak out against. Because normally they're telling the player, look, man, leave that to your agent. We ain't going to talk business with you directly. But now you want to do that and you want to punish him for getting a person that he's hired to actually do the business that he's qualified to do. It's ridiculous.
You know what's ridiculous, Stephen A. Smith? Is acting like you actually give a damn about a Dallas Cowboys player. You don't give a damn about the Dallas Cowboys in general. Why care now? And by the way, Cowboys Nation, I had to start this clip at the 2-minute mark into this whole diatribe because he spoke 2 minutes about Dak Prescott's contract like he normally does. But I have a question for him also, Cowboys Nation. So, y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. You know, Cowboys Nation, it's easy for these talking heads to sit up there and say that Micah Parsons should just hold out. It's easy for the fan base to tell a player to hold out, but not one of the damn fans nor the talking heads will be at Micah Parsons' house with groceries. Not one of these talking heads or fans will be there to pay that man's light bill or his daycare bill for his kid, and not one person is going to miss out on money but him. The question that I have for Stephen A. Smith: would you have held out if Disney didn't pay you? Would you have sat on the sidelines while Disney paid other players and they didn't give you your money? Bro, you came back from vacation early just to get back on First Take. Also, they ran you ragged over at ESPN, so you know you would have reported your ass right to work through the negotiations. Actually, if my memory serves me correctly, you did show up to work throughout your negotiations. So why are you giving Micah Parsons advice that you wouldn't take? Come on, Stephen A. Let's keep it real, bro. Cowboys Nation, I'm going to give you some real words of advice. An angryism, so to speak. Shout out to Marcellus Wiley, not stealing your thing, but it is an angryism. Beware the ones who give you advice, for they too may be plotting on your downfall. This is what I think when I hear Stephen A. Smith giving advice to the Dallas Cowboys. This is what I hear when I hear Stephen A. giving advice to an individual player on the Dallas Cowboys. This is what I hear when I hear a disingenuous fan of a rival fan base trying to give Cowboys Nation advice on the team. Honestly, why would somebody care if they capitalized off the downfall of the Dallas Cowboys organization? Honestly, you would figure that they would want the Cowboys to succeed every now and then just to keep the popularity up, in turn keeping the hatred coming, because laughing at a mediocre team is only punching down, and where is the fun in punching down on somebody? But as far as Micah Parsons sitting out for the whole season, I'm on the fence with that, Cowboys Nation. Do I want Micah Parsons to make a statement to Jerry and Stephen Jones in the front office? By all means, yes. But do I want him to lose out on the bread that he would be getting? No. Do I want him to get fined each and every game? No. The ones who tell this man to sit out the entire season don't give a shit about his financial situation. Let's be real, Cowboys Nation. This man has a lifestyle now. He can't do his podcast to get extra money because the fans complain about it because his mind isn't on football. When he becomes the leader that everyone stressed him to become, they complain about it. They say that he's too vocal. And when he's too vocal, people just want him to shut the hell up and play ball while screaming at Dak Prescott to be more vocal. Honestly, it's damned if you do and it's damned if you don't, Cowboys Nation. But like I said earlier, I'm on the fence with this. I feel if you have a contractual obligation to be there, to train, and to participate in training camp, you should be there. You should be there fulfilling that obligation, but I also see his side of everything. His body is his temple. His body is his commodity. If something were to happen to him this season, would they pay him then? I mean, history has shown us that they would. Michael Gallup and Terrence Steele, for example. One thing is for damn sure, though, Cowboys Nation. I would not take the advice of a man that would continuously talk negative about my team. A man that has said on numerous occasions that the Dallas Cowboys suck and is one of the worst teams in the NFL, where the fan base is cockroaches and rats and not even human beings. What incentive does he have in talking positive about the Dallas Cowboys when dissing the Dallas Cowboys has gotten him to the place where he's at? I swear we're living in the Twilight Zone, Cowboys Nation. A Twilight Zone that isn't going to get any better while the Jones family has their hands on this franchise. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, how do you feel? Should Micah Parsons hold out, or should he finish out his contractual obligation and then worry about his contract? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. But if you're digging this content and want to help the channel chip away at 20K, drop a like on this video and share it with whomever you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and you stand with the players on this team, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdown, or Madden 25 or College Football 26 gameplay. Never trust the ops, Cowboys Nation. Never trust the ops to have your best interest at heart. Stephen A. Smith has displayed that he cannot be a sports analyst without allowing his hatred for the Dallas Cowboys to be on full display. All I gotta say is that he better not run for president, because it's gonna be Cowboys Nation who's gonna be that voting bloc that bars him from the presidency. Not political, I'm just saying. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.